Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival is celebrating 12 years. And to walk us through the tremendous growth and progress that they've seen is the founder himself, Mr. Bruce Paddington. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on us, especially in 2 weeks' time you all will be having an opening at Napa, so we'd like to talk about that a little bit. Tell us about that.
Well, it's in exactly 2 weeks, Tuesday the 19th. It's going to be the first of 8 days of activities. We're opening at Napa for the first time. This is going to be a tremendous occasion because we're showing Green Days by the River. It's going to be the world premiere of that film. That film, as you know, is based upon the famous book by Michael Anthony. It's a classic, a Caribbean classic. It's used in schools. We're hoping for a fantastic turnout. And the film is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people think, well, it's a local film, it can't be good. No, it's as good as any international film. And it's all Trini production, Trini actors, Trini writer, and the director and the producer. Michael Molladar is the director, Christian James is the producer. They got their degrees in film from UE, and I was privileged to teach them.
Yes.
So, so that's going to be a great way of kicking off the festival.
And you're very proud, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was so pleased. I said, please make sure it's good. I want the film to be good. Yeah. And it was. Yeah. I mean, it is. and it's always nice to start and starting at a local festival. I mean, we're very honored.
Yeah.
That we can show a local film. We did the same thing last year, so it's a bit of a tradition. So I hope that every year we can find a local film that is worthy of being an opening film.
Yeah.
Last year we showed Play the Devil by Maria Govan and Abigail Hadid. Last year we showed The Cutlass,
yes,
which I think has been in cinemas. So this year we're Green Days by the Rivers will be going to cinemas after the festival, and I'm hoping that some of the other films are also going to get a theatrical and television release.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one called Moko Jumbi by Vashti Anderson.
I wanted to ask you about that. Tell us about Moko Jumbi.
It's a kind of coming home story. It was a low budget film, but it's very beautifully made. The director, Vashti Anderson, is half Trini, half American, a Trini American. But she, in many ways, the film is an autobiographical film, maybe a young woman living in the States, living away and wanting to come back home and seeing changes. It also has folklore elements. So Green Days and Moko Jumbi are two must films to see.
Was it filmed both in Trinidad and Tobago?
No. Both these films, unfortunately, were set, not unfortunately, they were set in Trinidad, but we have at least one or two films from Tobago.
Right. And
we always show our films in Tobago as well.
Great.
And this year we're at 5 venues. We're at our main venue, I would call it, would be Movie Town, Port of Spain in Invaders Bay. But we're also in Tobago, in the movie town in Tobago. We're, for the first year, we're at the C3.
Yeah, C3.
C3
yes,
Plaza Mall, or what is it? So we're
excited about that.
We're really excited because people say, oh, South people don't like what's going on in North and vice versa. When I say, no, this is one country. And if people in Port of Spain love the festival, then people in San Fernando will love it too. So we're really excited about that. And we're showing Green Days and Moko Jumbi. We're showing both of them in San Fernando.
And it's for 8 days, and it starts on the 19th.
Well, the first day is the gala opening.
Yes.
And so it's really like the 20th to the 26th, so it's 7 days of film screenings. And then we have 2 other venues. We have UE, and UE and the film festival has always been very close. I taught there up to a couple of years ago, so I have very close links and relationship with the UE film program. And so we always show a number of the best, or some of the most interesting programs we show at UE for the students, and the ones at UE are free of charge, so that makes them extra popular.
Yes.
And then we have a series of films dealing mainly with women's issues at the Hyatt. And we have links with the UE Center for Gender
Is it
Issues.
a documentary type, or?
No, we have documentaries. Yeah, like we have some documentaries. We have one about gay pride parades in Inuit in North Canada, which is kind of an unusual film. We have dramatic, which is a documentary, but we have dramas as well. We have a couple of films we had shown in the past, and they were so popular that we brought them back. One called Mustang, which is a wonderful film for everybody to see. And then we have a conference dealing with the issue of women in film, because that is a big issue internationally, that women still are underrepresented in directing, in screenwriting, in producing films. So Hyatt is another venue. And then even at Movietown Invaders Bay, we have 2 screens. So when you arrive, so even though we're not on for 2 weeks as we used to be, we're showing about the same number of films. We're showing over 100 films. We received submissions of 200 or 300. So we had to pare it down to 100. So we've chosen 100 of the most relevant, most important, best, in our minds, films. And but the week is going to go really fast. And so we really suggest that people look out for the films, come and spend a day in South or in Tobago or in Trinidad, or in Port of Spain, seeing the films. Already one person came up to me and said she took a week off work in order to see the films, because we have films from 11 to 11. And obviously we want people to come out during the day as well as in the evening.
That's very encouraging feedback that you're getting so far.
No, it's great. I mean, we couldn't have done it without the public attending the films, their incredible enthusiasm for the films. And it makes us so happy because, as I mentioned earlier, some people think, oh, if it's local, it doesn't mean it's going to be good. But these films are great films, really well-crafted films, well-scripted, well-acted.
You have over 100 films.
Over 100.
A lot of content. What's your vision? Where do we want to take it? Television, perhaps?
Well, what I would like is for the festival to be a catalyst for the films to then go on to the cinemas or to the TV stations. So the TV program directors should all be coming to see the films to select the ones that they want to show on their station. And
TTT, perhaps?
And TTT, definitely. I don't know who is the program director, but the program director should be there every day, viewing films, making notes, getting the names of the directors and the producers, making deals, making arrangements to show the films, or to commission those same talented directors to be commissioned to make films for the station. And it's not just Trinidad films, it's from Barbados, it's from Jamaica, it's from the whole wider Caribbean, it's from Venezuela, it's from Chile. We have a very global view of the Caribbean. It includes the diaspora in the States and in Canada, in England. And as you know, the Caribbean and Latin America are very close together. So, so Costa Rica is our country of focus this year. And people don't realize that in Costa Rica they have a Caribbean coast. People in Costa Rica, not everybody, but a large number speak English. Yeah. So Costa Rica is like a perfect partner. Last year we worked very closely with Colombia. Next year maybe it will be, I'm not sure where. So it's very an exciting lineup of films that showcase the talented people of the Caribbean. And the purpose is not just to celebrate films, which is part of our purpose. The purpose is also to help to build a local and Caribbean film industry. So we have industry days. We have seminars and workshops and panel discussions about co-productions, about financing, about distribution. So this is a time when filmmakers can come and learn how to promote their films. We have a panel dealing with, or a presentation dealing with the selling of Cutlass. So Cutlass has done very well, and it's been shown in the cinemas. So how did all that happen? how was Cutlass marketed? So that is one of the sessions we have. And all the industry sessions are free of charge, and they're at the Hyatt. And they start actually from Thursday, Friday, a whole day on women in film,
Right.
Saturday, industry. Sunday, we have a presentation by the Canadians on dealing with the gay pride
Yes.
in the North Territories of Canada. We have a film dealing with a woman agitator, a trade unionist, feminist from Panama called Matamoros. So there's a whole array of exciting things to do, and we really want people to turn out.
And it's free of charge, you said?
Well, all at the Hyatt and at UWI it's free of charge.
Right.
At the movie towns, the movie town,
There'd be a fee.
there is a fee for that.
Now, I understand you have a press conference this morning to talk about sponsorship.
We have a press conference at 10 o'clock at the Hyatt. This is like officially launching the festival because it's happening in 2 weeks today. And again, we could not have done this, I mean, everybody says it, but we could not have done it without the sponsors, which is really true.
Yes.
And we've been saved by having the most loyal sponsor in Flow. And they've been with it, this is their 10th year, so hopefully they're celebrating as we are celebrating. And it makes sense for Flow that is not producing, but is distributing a lot of content for them also to support a Caribbean film festival. So we are honoring our sponsors like Flow, like BP, TT, like the Ministry of Arts and Culture and Community Development, and many, many others who have made this event possible. And we also have so much help from the embassies. They have gone out of their way to send us their professionals to run workshops, or to send us films. So that has been great as well. So it's going to be a great festival, a great press conference to kick off a great festival.
Well, it was a pleasure having you this morning, and best of luck. And
Thanks
congratulations on your 12th year.
Hope to see you there.
All right.